What's up, YouTube? Scott, Scotty Tradition, back with the top 50 cards in the collection from 2023. Please go check out my other video I just posted 2 days ago. It has cards numbered 51 through 100. And we're going to get back into the top half of this countdown now and go through the top 50. So let's get right into it. Number 50 on the list. The 1998 SP Authentic Charles Woodson rookie card. Real tough card to find in high grade. These 98 SP Authentic cards are known for chipping on the corners. Can be very difficult. Got this one estimated at about 1,300, down about 2 spots on the list from last year. That card right there goes to the all-time Packers set that I have on the PSA set registry. Here is the next one in line, number 49, the 2009 Topps Steph Curry rookie. And this is a basketball card, so you can guess it's down on the list. Got this one valued at about 1,300, down 16 spots from last year. This would be a real good time to get into this card if you've been thinking about it. '48 on the list, the 1957 Topps Frank Robinson rookie card. Long undervalued card in the hobby. This card here, in the grade of a PSA 7, goes for about $13.50, and that's up 5 spots from last year. So it had long traditionally been an undervalued card, but I think it's finally getting some value. '47 on the list, the 1955 Topps All-American Jim Thorpe in the grade of a 7. Beautiful card. Really like this Topps All-American set that depicts players in their college uniform. Just really cool. You can see Thorpe with the Carlisle Indians on this card. And have this one estimated at about $13.50, down 2 spots from last year. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the next card on the list, which would be the 1955 Topps All-American Don Hudson rookie card. This goes to quite a few of my Packers all-time great sets. Hudson didn't have a rookie card when he played. He was in the league just after the Chickle set had come out and out of the league just before that 48 Bowman set. So he was kind of in between, where he didn't really have a traditional rookie card. So the 55 Topps All-American is his recognized rookie. It's a beautiful example in PSA 8. This card here I have estimated about 1,400, down about 2 spots from last year. Just a really awesome set, the 55 Topps All-American. Here we're going to go into a regional card. Absolutely love this card. I think this is still the top graded SGC example. This is the 61 Lake to Lake Bart Starr in the SGC 86. Just a beautiful example right there. Love this card. This card here I have estimated about 1,400, up 7 spots on the list from last year. Just an awesome card. What more can you say about it? That was number 45. Number 44 on the list is a Immaculate Dual Auto card. This was a card I had long had trouble trying to figure out what the heck a price would be for it, but finally one sold recently. And I've got this one at an estimate of about, let's see here, $14.50 on the list. This has actually moved up 16 spots on the list from last year. You can just see that beautiful foil. I had probably underestimated this card on my last countdown, just because there's very few sales of it. So you can overestimate a little bit sometimes, and you can also underestimate. But yeah, real happy to have that one. That's just a beautiful looking card right there. This gentleman just passed away recently. Got the 57 Topps of Brooks Robinson next on the list. He didn't really see like a super big spike, but he did see like a spike on the day of 1 or 2 cards sold. But I've got this one at about $14.50 with a plus sign by it, which means it could be more than that. But because of that spike, that little spike, I don't really know how to estimate it. It is down a little bit from last year technically, but now it might have gotten a little spike again because of his passing, unfortunately. This card I've got down 5 spots from last year. All right, let's get into some golf action here. This one I picked up at that 2019 National. The 33 Sport Kings Bobby Jones, just really nice looking 2 for the grade. Can't get much better than that for a 2. A couple of these have sold recently for very healthy prices. Even the low to mid grade stuff that looks nice sells really well. This card got estimated about 1,500, up 13 spots on the list from last year. So Bobby Jones moving up into the top 50 cards. All right, then here we have number 41 on the list. This is a cool card. One that doesn't sell a whole lot. This is an a BGS 9.5. And you can see the Lombardi Ghost silhouette in the background over Favre's shoulder on the card. This was a very tough pull. Like, I don't even know how. It's like thousands of packs you'd have to open to even have a shot at pulling one of these. But this one here is number 41 on the list. Estimate of about $1,500. And this is my biggest mover up on the entire top 100. This card has moved up 30 spots from last year. Again, an example of one that just didn't have a lot of sales. Finally, I get a sale, and I can better estimate the price on it. So, got that one at about $1,500. All right, so that's my first stack of 10 there. So let's get into card number 40 on the list. That would be this one here, the 63 Topps Willie Wood rookie in a 9. I think there's only 2 graded higher. Just a wonderful example there. This one estimated about 1,500, and it's in the same spot as it was last year on the list, number 40. All right, here we have a 67 Topps Tom Seaver rookie. Just a really nice example for a 6 as well. Just a gorgeous looking card. Take a peek at the back. That back centering actually looks really nice too. So really, really nice example. Real happy with this one. Got this one at number 39 on the list, and about $1,600 for an estimate, up 4 spots on the list from last year. All right, next on the list, 38 on the list. Here is a PSA 6 example of the Bart Starr rookie card. Real nice example. I wanted to pick up a second one of these last year, so I did. Estimate this one at about $1,700, down 3 spots on the list from last year. But it's one I can actually display and not feel guilty about having it around. Just a nice card. And here is a 2003 Fabric of the Game Reggie White 3-color patch there, which is stunning. These are numbered out of 92 to the player's number. And this card is just one of my favorite cards in the collection. Estimate of about $1,700, down 1 spot on the list from last year. And a cool thing about those last 2 cards is this one came from my buddy Brandon Davis, and that one came from my buddy John, both in the Lambeau Leaf Collectibles group. So a little bit of significance there. Next on the list, it's my pickup from the 2021 National. This is the 59 Topps Cello pack. Not cello, cello of Jerry Kramer on the top. And then you can see the thickness of the pack right there. So this was my only pickup that I had of the 2021 National. Really cool piece. This one estimated about $1,700, down 2 spots. Kind of a tough card to estimate the value of, but certainly in the top 50. All right. Moving along, got the 60 Topps Forrest Gregg rookie in a 9. I think there is none higher than this one. I think the pop's about 25. So a Hall of Fame rookie. Really cool to have. So this card here, estimate about $1,700, down 3 spots on the list from last year. All right, next on the list, here we have a Jim Thorpe. This is the SGC rookie card from 33 Sport Kings Gum. Just a beautiful 1.5. Like, just you can't get much better than that for a 1.5. Real happy to have this card. Estimate about $1,800 on this one, up 12 spots on the list from last year. Real happy to have that card. All right, 3 more in this stack. Here's the 1948 Bowman Buford Ray. One of the tougher cards you'll find in the Packers Hall of Fame set. These don't come up much. PSA 7 or 8, you can forget about it. They just don't sell in that price range very often. Very tough to find. So this card here, in a PSA 7, estimate of about 1,800 on it, down 3 spots, but one hasn't sold. A 7 hasn't sold for probably many years, so kind of hard to estimate what that one would be. But a necessary card to have in the collection. All right, getting down there now. 32 on the list. Be the 1961 Topps Henry Jordan. Really a gorgeous example. I want to say the pop on this is like 7 or 8, none higher. Pro Football Hall of Fame rookie card. Estimate of about 1,850, down 3 spots from last year. Funny thing about this card is I think I bought the last 9, and I bought this in like 2017, so it's anybody's guess what the real price is for this card. But I've got it at about 1,850. All right, it's getting down to 31 here on the list. Beautiful example of the 54 Topps Ernie Banks rookie card in the grade of a 5. Estimate of about 2,000 on this one, down 7 spots from last year. Wonderful card. All right, so we are all done with that stack, and now we're going to get into the top 30 cards in the collection. All right, number 30. Oop, bumped the camera there. So we got the 61 Fleer Oscar Robertson, beautifully centered for the grade. This one estimated about 2,000, down 15 spots on the list from last year. Again, basketball down for the most part. Next on the list, 29, the 84 Topps USFL Reggie White rookie card signed. Don't see these much. I think it's like Pop 5 to have these signed. And estimate of about 2,000, down 2 spots on the list from last year. Here's a real cool card I picked up a couple years ago. It's the 58 Hires Rip Your Hank Aaron with the tab. 28 on the list, estimate of about $2,000. I have it in the same spot as it was last year on the list. All right, moving along here. Really a beautiful example of the 56 Topps Mickey Mantle. This is a grayback in a 4. Basically have this one at about 2,000, down 2 spots on the list from last year. Very nice card, though. And then we'll pair that with some more vintage baseball. Here's a 53 Topps Jackie Robinson. Have this one at about 2,100, which is in the exact same spot as it was last year. All right, let's see what we got next. Back to vintage football. This is the 33 Sport Kings Red Grange in the 3.5. Have this one at about 2,250, down 3 spots on the list from last year. Really a nice looking example of the card. All right, next we got the 41 Playball DiMaggio, another beautiful card. This one came from my buddy Josh Stottlemyre. And this one, let's see here, where do we have that one? At 2,350 price estimate, down 1 spot on the list from last year. Wonderful card. All right, we're getting into the final 3 of this stack. 23 on the list. Here's a card I picked up pretty recently. This is the 05 SP Authentics Sign of the Times Triple Auto. These are numbered out of 15. This one is graded a 9. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and Paul Hornung, all former MVPs of the Packers. Just a card you don't see a whole lot, and I was really excited to be able to add an auto piece to the collection. Something I don't always do when I'm focused so much on vintage. But this one I have an estimate of about 2,400, and it's new to the list this year. $22 on the list. Another one of my favorite cards here. This is the 50 Bowman Tony Canadeo on an 8.5 rookie card. These don't sell very much in high grade. I've got this estimated about 2,500, up 9 spots on the list from last year. I think I had this one just a little underestimated last year. But I've seen some pretty high sales with some PSA 8 prices. And last but not least of this stack, card number 21 on the list. Got the 69 Topps Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, rookie card in a 6. This one's at 2,500 estimate, down 2 spots on the list from last year. As again, most basketball has come down at least somewhat. So we'll move some of these guys out of the way, and we'll get into the final 2 stacks. Getting into the top 20 now, folks. All right, so number 20. Got the luscious Bobby Dillon 52 Bowman Large rookie card in the grade of an 8. A beautiful example that just doesn't come up for sale much. This card obviously shot up when he made the Hall of Fame. And estimate of about 2,500 on this one. It's in the same spot as it was last year. Real happy to have that one. That goes to my Packers Team Hall of Fame set. And now the Pro Football Hall of Fame Packers set. Here is a Clemente rookie card in a 3.5. Beautifully centered for the grade. This one here, number 19 on the list. And 2,750 for an estimate. Up 2 spots on the list from last year. Let's go down to number 18 on the list. How about some Reggie White PMG action? Just a beautiful card there. I got the red PMG Reggie from a 97 Metal Universe, Precious Metal Gems. BGS 8.5, the grade doesn't matter that much. These don't sell a whole lot. Estimate of about 3,000 on this one. And it's in the same spot it was last year. Let's go to some Packers royalty and Hall of Fame greatness here. The 63 Topps Ray Nitschke rookie in an 8.5. Definitely one of the nicer examples of this card I've ever seen. Estimate of about 3,000 on this one, down 4 spots on the list from last year. Last year, these actually shot up in price a little bit, and then they've kind of corrected a little bit, but still way above where they used to be. And here's another Reggie White. This is new to the list this year. The 97 Skybox Premium Autographics. I think I bought this back in December, January, if I remember right, of last year, and just missed the list last year from when I did the countdown. But he'd obviously on-card stuff of Reggie White does not really exist. These were numbered out of 100, and you just don't see these come up for sale. So I was happy to jump on this one when it came on eBay about a year ago, and haven't looked back since. Have this one estimated at about 3,200, and it is new to the list this year. Number 15 on the list. This would be the 34 Gaudy Hank Greenberg rookie. This is a real nice copy of the card for a 4. Got to be happy with that. And this one in a PSA 4 at about 3,200 valued. It's up 2 spots on the list from last year. All right, number 14. Some Brewers royalty, 75 Topps Robin Yount rookie in the grade of a 9. Beautiful centering on this card. Just flawless front, basically. Just a wonderful card. This one here have estimated at about 3,500, and it's in the same spot as it was last year. All right, next on the list here, the 39 play ball Ted Williams rookie card. Beautiful example here, nicely centered for a 2. Just a great copy. This one estimated about 4,000. I have it down 3 spots on the list from last year, but a nice card nonetheless. All right, number 12 on the list. How about some green Ty Cobb action here at the T206 green Ty Cobb in a 1. Real happy to have that card. This one estimated about 4,250. It is down 4 spots on the list from last year. I think at one point I had this valued over 5K, but some of these lower grade vintage baseball cards have come down a little bit over the last year. But still number 12 on the list. And number 11, before we get into the top 10 here, this is the BGS 10 Pristine Rogers rookie. It's definitely down on the list. I have it down 4 spots from last year, estimate of about 4,500. Obviously, with Rogers not playing and changing teams, some of these prices have come down a little bit. So, but it is still only pop 8, so a big card to have of Rogers nonetheless. Beautiful example. All right, so let's get into the top 10 cards here. Top 10. All right. So number 10 on the list. We'll be seeing this guy tomorrow as the Bucs season kicks off with his new partner, Damian Lillard. This is the Prism Auto of Giannis. As I've been saying throughout the countdown, most basketball is down this year, so have this one estimated about 4,500, down 4 spots on the list. I think at one point I had this thing at 7,500, something like that, but a lot of these have come down, so I think a great opportunity to get into some of these cards here, but still number 10 on the list, and real happy to have that in the PC. All right, let's go to some vintage football now. Here's the 35 Chickle Chester Swede Johnston, very tough short print in the Chickle set, in the grade of an 8. Picked this up many years ago in a memory lane auction, and just a wonderful example of the card. Only 2 graded higher. This one estimated about 4,500 with a plus sign. It's in the same spot as it was last year on the list. But this is like a primo PSA 8. As you know, all cards, you got the technical grade, and then you have the sort of the eye appeal of the card. That'd be a high eye appeal 8. Next on the list, number 8, got the Curly Lambeau Stancraft card and autograph. Again, you don't see many, if any, cards of Curly Lambeau autographed. I've actually never seen another one. I did think they had a cut auto in like one of the National Treasure sets over the last 5 years. But other than that, that's the only one I've ever seen, actually. So I have not seen another Stancraft autographed. But beautiful example there. And had this one at about 4,700. That's kind of what I bought it for a number of years ago. And I don't think I'm ever going to see another sale in order to corroborate that price. So that's kind of where it stays. Number 7 on the list. Here's a 57 Topps Paul Hornung. This card's actually come up a little bit, especially the high grade PSA 8 example. This one's a beauty, and estimated about 5,000 for this one, up 5 spots on the list from last year. Beautiful example. Number 6 on the list. Well, you just saw this in a previous video. The 35 Chico Clark Hinkle. In a PSA 8, Pop's only 18 with 2 higher, and I've had this one for a number of years. Beautiful example of the card there. And we're going to throw its partner right next to it here, so number 6 and number 5 on the list. This is the one that just came in, so now I have 2 PSA 8s. The color is definitely a little bit more vibrant on the one I have in my hand. The other one I have in the back, there's a little better centered. So they each have their qualities. But again, the Pop's only 18, so a chance to be able to grab another PSA 8 of Hinkle is amazing. And I'm real happy to have that in the collection. So that was 6 and 5. Let's go to number 4. Oh, as far as pricing goes on the Hinkle, it's kind of interesting. So one of these actually sold in an REA auction about a month and a half ago. to 2 months ago for about 10K. And I think there was another 10K sale like a year before that. So this one I was able to get for a lot less than that. So I have this one and the other one each estimated at about 5,500. But I think that number could be a little low. I might have just gotten lucky with this one, getting it at the price I got it for. Once another buyer kind of wasn't around, because that buyer would have been available for that REA auction one, and once he had it, the Hinckley Pride didn't need another one. So I kind of have a feeling that I got a good price on this one. So have it at 5,500, but I think that could be higher. So I'm going to put a plus sign on it for both of those. Number 4 on the list, here's the 54 Topps Hank Aaron, of course one of my favorite baseball cards, Milwaukee Braves. Just a beautiful example right here. And this one estimated about 6,000, up one spot on the list from last year. Just a high eye appeal card for the grade. All right, so we're getting down to the top 3 now. Again, Rogers cards have come down, but this is still number 3 in my list. The Topps Chrome Black Refractor out of 99. This is an a mint 9. There are no 10s graded, so just a prime quality example right here. Real happy to have that one. Have this one estimated about 7,000 in the same spot as it was last year. I think last year I had this thing estimated at like 10K at least, but these have definitely come down a little bit. Number 2 on the list, and it's kind of interesting. I think if you've been watching my videos for a while, the top 2 that I like to have, they typically have kind of gone back and forth over the years. But number 2, I'm going to show this one. It's the PSA 8 Bart Starr rookie card. And, there had been a few sales of this card kind of in that 15,000, 17,000 range over a year ago. But throughout this year, there's actually been a couple somewhat lower sales kind of in that, 12 to 13,000 range. So it's actually kind of come down a little bit, I think. So that's kind of where I have this one estimated now, about 1,250, 12,500. But, I don't think there are any available for sale on eBay right now at all. So it's just kind of a matter of finding the right seller, the right moment. It could be a little more, but I had to put this one at number 2 this year. But real happy to have that card. And that means you know what the last card is. This would be the 59 Topps Jerry Kramer, back in the top spot from last year, up one spot. And still have it at the 15K mark. That was where the last 2 have sold for over the last 6-7 years. So, and this pop 3 card. So the other ones have changed hands once, and I still have this one in my hand. So estimated about 15K. That's kind of still where I'm at on it. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, some of the bigger trends throughout that I saw was that in basketball in general has come down. That goes for vintage and modern. I would say that low to mid-grade baseball has come down, even on like your big Hall of Famers like Ted Williams and Ty Cobb. Doesn't seem to matter. They've just kind of all come back a little bit down to earth, which is good if you're a buyer and you'd like to buy those cards. Now could be a good time to buy, I think. And, the higher grade vintage football has definitely held up the best, I'd say. I'd say many of those have not come down at all, and they're just kind of staying where they're at, or they've even gone up a little bit. There's still sales of some cards that I haven't even seen since like 2017, 2016. So I think that's kind of keeping those cards high. It's just the number and the pops. There's just the populations of football cards in high grade compared to baseball is so much less. And I think we're seeing that, the football card market is not necessarily as saturated as the baseball card market. Granted, there are fewer collectors of football. I definitely believe that, but the numbers are like not even close for population. So I think that's keeping football high, which is somewhat good news for me in my collection, even though I've had like everybody probably had certain cards come down over the last year. Because I, have vintage football as such a huge proportion of what I collect, I haven't probably noticed it as many as some. So hope you guys enjoyed the countdown. Let me know what your favorite cards are. Anything unique that you saw that you're surprised on pricing, let me know. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you again on the next one.